ProWrestlingSheet.com.
Hey guys, Ryan Satin here, back with my hits and misses, this time for the 2017 Survivor Series. Alright, I'm going to start this one off by saying that I feel like I'm starting to become someone who's in the minority here, but I thought the entire pay-per-view was a great show. There was obviously some hits, there was obviously some misses, there were some things I liked more than others, but as a whole, it was probably one of my favorite WWE pay-per-views in a while. What's going on with my hair here? I don't like my hair. I'm wearing the hood. Sorry guys, I'm wearing the hood here. I don't know what's going on with my hair today. Better? Alright, look better. First hit of Survivor Series is everyone's hit after leaving this show, and that's obviously AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. It was a killer match between two amazing wrestlers. I am a huge fan of Brock Lesnar, I'm a huge fan of AJ Styles, and the clashing of the two different styles really paid off well here. I thought that, you know, Brock sold for AJ more than he usually sells for other guys, and it really made for an awesome match. You know, obviously we got tons of suplexes as one would expect, but AJ got way more offense in than I think anybody was expecting. So huge hit, huge career match for AJ Styles despite losing, and I recommend you guys check out the video we posted on the site of Paul Heyman giving major praise to AJ Styles once it was all over. Next is my first miss of the night, and that would be the entire pre-show. I think the entire pre-show was just so unnecessary. I get it, they want to utilize the network more, but 2-hour pre-show was just so unnecessary. You know, especially when we have TakeOver the night before. They could have, you know, cut down some of the other time and added those matches to the main show, or just not had them. Elias Samson versus Matt Hardy wasn't necessary. Why have Matt Hardy wrestle in front of barely any people and lose to Elias Samson? It's just, I don't know, I just don't understand the purpose of it. And same with the Kalisto versus Enzo Amore. It's like, you've been given a lot of TV time to this. I don't really feel like putting it on pre-show for free for everyone was really necessary here. Everyone's gonna watch Survivor Series. It's one of the big fours. You don't need to like draw people in. They would have watched anyways. And although the panel is always cool to see Shawn Michaels and other legendary people when they, you know, make appearances and stuff, I just feel like in general the entire pre-show was a miss on this one. Next on my hit list is the Women's Survivor Series match. And no, it's not just because of Alicia Fox's awesome hat. It's because I thought the match as a whole was super entertaining. I loved the Nia Jax versus Tamina Snuka face-off, especially when Nia picked up Tamina. I thought it was a really cool moment. In addition to that, I thought they made Asuka look really strong by having to defeat two people who are veterans in the women's division in WWE. And altogether, I just thought it was a fun match. I think that there was cool matchups between the two sides, and as a whole, it was entertaining. However, one of my misses is also involved in this match, and that was how Alicia Fox got eliminated. I'm not sure whose mistake it was, if it was the referee, if it was Alicia, if it was Naomi, but just in general, that whole thing looked real weird. It was very confusing. I know the announcers tried to cover it up on commentary afterwards, but I had to give that part a miss. While we're in the miss category, I'm going to talk about another one I have here, and that was Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte Flair. You know, I really think that there were high expectations going into this match for what these two women could put on, and I feel like it fell flat, and I think one of the main reasons behind that is the fact that there was only a week of build-up. I really think that it suffered because if there had been proper build-up to this match and it really felt like a blood feud between the two of them, then I think there would have been more emotion in the match and it would have played out better on TV. Alright, back to the hit side of things, and this one is going to The Bar and the Usos. I think they both put big effort into the match. They are also someone who kind of suffered from lack of build-up, and it was just the champion versus champion hook that was supposed to sell you on the match. But I think both teams did a solid job of making the match exciting anyways. And I gotta give them extra love here because they both went the extra mile for their gear to have color-specific, brand-appropriate gear. So, and they weren't just wearing SmackDown or Raw shirts. So, for that, I'm giving a hit to The Bar versus the Usos. Another one for the Miz side would have to be Baron Corbin versus The Miz. Heel versus heel matches never do it for me. It's really, really hard to get people invested in a heel versus heel match. They have to be two of the best heels of all time. And while Miz might be, I just don't think it clicked here. I think that the crowd was, obviously reacting to, certain spots like the Daniel Bryan kicks and such, but really as a whole, I gotta give a miss to The Miz versus Baron Corbin. And finally is my last hit of the night, and that is the main event. I don't care what all you say. I thought it was awesome. I get it. You all wanted to see Finn Balor or Samoa Joe or Nakamura or Bobby Roode get put over more, but come on. Did you guys really expect them to go over Triple H or Braun Strowman or Kurt Angle or Shane McMahon? I mean, I get maybe Shane McMahon, but like, come on guys, it's part of the storyline, and I really thought this played into the future storylines perfectly. We're probably going to be getting Braun and Triple H now, which is awesome. We're probably going to see Kurt Angle ousted as the GM with Triple H coming back into power, which I know maybe all you guys don't love, but I think it will be good for storylines going forward towards WrestleMania. And just overall, I think it was cool. We got some first-time matchups. We got to see Triple H wrestle against Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode. We got to see a coup de grace from Finn to John Cena. We got to see Shane McMahon versus Triple H. We got to see Bobby Roode versus Kurt Angle in a TNA throwback. I really was entertained by it. I'm aware that a lot of the complaints lie around the fact that it ended with Triple H being super Triple H by beating up Kurt Angle and then beating up Shane McMahon and then being involved with Braun Strowman. But, as confusing as all of that was when Triple H was doing that, and I'm not giving that a hit or a miss, I like the outcome. It did put over Braun Strowman. And at the end of the day, the pay-per-view ended with Braun Strowman being a monster. And I think it might actually lead to a serious face turn for Braun Strowman. And if it's up against the Authority, even better. So I'm giving the main event of Survivor Series a hit. I've got a feeling that I'm going to have a lot of you disagree with me on this one. If you do, go to the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me why you disagree with me. I would love to hear your opinions. Also, make sure you follow us on social media. We're at Wrestling Sheet on Facebook, Twitter, and we do some Instagramming here and there. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/Wrestling Sheet, and we've got all sorts of perks on there, but the most popular one is early story alerts, where I put stuff up on the website around 15 minutes or so before I put it on the main site when there's a big story that I'm going to be able to be breaking. Alright, that's it. I'm done. Officially tapping out. Until next time, stay out of the dirt and keep your eye on the sheet.
ProWrestlingSheet.com